Mark II, but I heard great things about the Mark IV, especially the autofocus. I have a visual impairment, and so sometimes it's challenging for me to see, but learning to use that feature from you would be really helpful. So I'm asking for you for help. Come get me, and I'll look forward to working with you.
Mandy.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I heard from your call that you've got a visual impairment.
I do. It's actually called Stargardt's disease. I have no central vision.
Wow. I had double retina detachment, and this one didn't come back so well, so no central vision in that eye either.
Oh, wow.
So, blind leading the blind.
Yep.
We'll play with the 5D Mark IV today.
Okay.
It's got that dual pixel autofocus, which really helps me a lot.
Okay.
We'll mess with that, and then we'll play with the multiple exposure feature in the camera.
Great. Sounds
We've got
good.
some dancers we can play with.
Nice. I'm excited.
Cool. We'll have some fun. I'm not saying having a visual impairment is an advantage, but it certainly makes us focus on what we're doing. Additive exposure creation works best with plenty of negative space, so I lit the cyclorama room for a dark back wall, crossing backlight, and a soft foreground fill created by a large bounce panel flying above and behind our camera positions. As Mandy played with her own Mark IV, I used another to build some in-camera multiple exposures. Oh sure, I'd shot some multiple exposures back in the film era, but my legendary impatience kept me from exploring the process in depth. Waiting until the film was developed to see my results was just too frustrating to enjoy. Viewing a large image on the LED, tapping on an object within the frame and knowing that it will be razor sharp has been a blessing. It's literally changed the way I work. While this is only a superficial and basic look at the Mark IV's in-camera multiple exposure capabilities, I'm truly impressed and looking forward to exploring it further. You should too. The process I used here is simple. In each example, I composed my first exposure asymmetrically, being careful to leave plenty of space for another. Using a ghost image the camera provided of the first capture, I recomposed and exposed another. Sometimes I let the figures overlap for an interesting effect, sometimes I didn't. Everyone enjoyed the process, and I'll bet Mandy looks very closely at upgrading her awesome Mark II. I hope so, because as good as it still is, the Mark IV is even awesomer.